What's up, YouTube? This your boy Heartless coming at you guys with another video, and today we're going to talk about GameStop and all the fuckery they got going on. Today we're going to talk about as far as how they're handling and possibly lying to their consumers. Cut, how you feel about that, man? Just to get a sale.
Well, it's just confirming all the shady shit that they've been doing for years, really. I mean, in the gaming community, most of us have already known that GameStop is shady as shit with their trade-in values, um, consumers to more expensive items. Uh, but we're just finally hearing it from a horse's mouth, pretty much.
I agree, because I mean, at the end of the day, we all knew that this was going on. We can't say that we didn't see this coming.
No, no, I mean, they when they started doing their trade in values. The trade in values started out at decent prices, but you'd walk in there with a game that's 6 months old, and they'll tell you, "Oh, we can only take we can only give you $10 cash or 15 store credit." When they have it a pre-sale on it for 50, 49.99, they have they're supposed to have the new one sealed in stock that are you know $30, and but they tell you, oh, we don't have those in stock. You see the place on the shelf where it's supposed to be, and really they everybody knows that they just have those in the back. They just don't put them out. They It's just been a bunch of fuckery that has been plaguing GameStop for years that I know of. I mean, but nothing has ever been confirmed until now.
Right. I mean, there's been a couple times where I'll buy a new game. This was years ago. I'll buy a new game and then I'll uh, play it, beat it within a week. I want to trade it in. Store credit, they give me $30.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
is that? And cash, they give you 25 for a brand new fucking game that you spent $64.89. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me, got a cold coming in. You spend $64. You know, it's the $4 coming from tax and $60 from the damn game. And then a week later, you try to trade it in, and that's the most y'all can give me. But y'all give me $30, and next thing I know, as soon as I walk out the door, y'all sell it to the next person for 50. What is it? $55 pre-owned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, like,
Yep.
like that's just bullshit. And I caught on to their tactics back around when the PS2 was out, and when I used to live in New York, there was always side streets and side stores where I can used to be able to shop in downtown Brooklyn, and I could just be able to go ahead and go get me a game before release date or on release date, and I can get it for exactly $60, no tax. Those places no longer exist, to my knowledge, that I know of, because downtown Brooklyn then did a whole remodel. Shit is crazy now, but anyway, now that I relocated and I'm at the I'm basically at the I'm at the mercy of either GameStop or Best Buy or Walmart or
Target.
Amazon or Target, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of times when I do buy a game, it could either be from GameStop or Best Buy, because Best Buy have a lot of good stuff going on as far as deals and stuff like that. So a lot of times I'll get it from them, and if I want to trade it in and want to sell it, I won't even trade it in the Best Buy. I would just sell that shit on eBay. I'll sell it. I'll get so much more money off of eBay than I would. eh, I would get so much more on my return on investment opposed to going to GameStop on any of these other stores, because GameStop not the only company that's doing it. Just GameStop is just the main one that's doing it at a like they known for jipping people, slapping people upside their head.
Yep. They when GameStop and EB Games started getting real big.
Hmm.
You
I
know,
remember them.
they cut out so many mom and pop gaming stores,
Hmm.
local gaming stores. I mean, there used to be close to half a dozen, mom and pop stores that I could go into, trade games, buy new games, buy old games, and everything's fairly priced. And you know, with GameStop, they don't even they don't even look it up really in their computer half time on what game, how much they're going to give you for the game. You know, it's pretty much come down to they have a set price for how much they're going to give you in cash or store credit. They act like they look at the disc and check it over, and half those people don't even see anything wrong with the disc, but they'll say, "Oh, there's wear and tear on it for it being a couple weeks old." And you try to call them out on it, and they just say, "Well, if you don't like it, you don't have to trade it in. We don't have to take it."
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, they known for that, man. I remember EB Games. It's funny you said that. This was years ago when I had a PS2. I ordered, I didn't order. I went in the store and I bought a used game, and the used game that I got was Twisted Metal 2. Back then, that was just shit. And
oh yeah,
I got it. You know, I they gave it to me and everything. I was young, and at the time, I didn't think to turn it around and look at the scratches or whatever. Then when I done paid, I think I done paid like 20 something bucks for it. But anyway, I done got home. No, it was 30 something bucks I got paid for it. Then I went home and I kept putting it in my PS2. This shit was not playing. And I was like, man, you got to be kidding me. So I done cleaned the disc and everything like that, put it back in the PlayStation, still in play. Black screen, still in play. So I took the damn thing out and turned it around, flicked in some light. It literally looked like somebody played tic tac toe in the back of that damn disc. I was pissed. And that put a real bad taste in my mouth. And ever since then, I stopped playing. I stopped purchasing anything from EB Games. And before you know it, GameStop bought them out, I believe.
yep.
They bought
And
them out.
a lot of the mom and pop stores they had professional disc repair machines.
Mm-hmm.
Um, would actually repair the plastic coating that goes over uh, laser film, and fill it in, buff it out, all that stuff, and they would do it for free. Now I don't even know if GameStop does that stuff anymore.
They don't.
I I remember when the 360 first came out. It was literally less than 6 months, or the first 6 months of the release. I went and got one from GameStop, and they were like, "Do you want to pay $50 for a um, kind of like an insurance on the game on the console?" I was like, "Yeah, it's not." They say if anything goes wrong with it or anything like that, uh, bring it back in. We'll just hand you a new console. I was like, "Bet." I paid that $50, and that those the first generation of 360s was plagued with the red ring of death, and I had probably gotten three machines back to back within, oh, I want to say about a year to 18-month period that had that gotten the red ring. It take the con I'd have the console maybe 2 months to 6 months before to get the red ring. I'd take it in, they'd give me they swap it out. Finally, they said that they had quit doing that because they were losing so much money on the red ring that they said you have to take it, have Microsoft send it into Microsoft, and they repair it. I did that once, and it literally took a month and a half to get it to Microsoft because they actually sent a box to pack it in and have them work on it and send it back. But they just they've just gotten shittier and shittier over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I've been watching a YouTube video. This guy called Speedy Diver. He fucking goes in and dumpster dives at GameStops at night, dude. And GameStop is literally throwing out games. They're throwing out um, accessories, merchandise. They're wasting money. Either it's inventory that didn't sell, or it's merchandise that was tied to a release that didn't sell, trade-ins that they they couldn't get anything back on the return, that they'd give you for it for store credit, and they just end up throwing it away. I mean, dude has come out of there with controllers, headsets, chargers, games. He hasn't come out of there with an entire console
Yeah, they ain't gonna
because
throw no damn console away. They're gonna have to ship that shit back, recycling
yeah,
for
they
recycling purposes.
yep, yep, they we I know companies that do that with electronics. They send it into a specific type of recycling place, and they'll recycle it, get all the precious metals out, and get a check for it.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll send it back to Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo, and they'll get a reimbursement to the company. I don't know if it's the individual store or the franchise or whatever. I don't know how that shit works with them. I never worked for them, but I imagine the company does get money back on those. It may not be a lot, but you know, you have 10,000 stores that are constantly shipping consoles, and so you get, 50 to 100 bucks back. The company does. And they are sending, depending on the store and all that, that adds up real quick. So they're not going to throw a console away. And if they do, it was some idiot that threw it away.
Probably some. Yeah, if they do, it's probably somebody first day there or whatever. But
Or the clerk, or the store or the salespeople will keep, instead of throwing it out, they'll keep it and they'll sell it
mm-hmm.
on on eBay or something like that. But yeah, dude, they're the shit that they've been pulling over the past, I'd say, damn near 10 years, has been just straight shadiness and sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I wouldn't be surprised if the company just utterly dissolves in the next 5 to 10 years, and we have to go to a big box store to get games, or you know, to get a physical game when portion or percentage of the games are being downloaded digitally. I
Yep.
don't I don't mess with disc games anymore. If I'm gonna buy a game, I'll just get it digitally.
Mm-hmm. And these consoles need to get with the damn times and support hard drives like the PlayStation 4. They just now being able to. I think they got an update coming. I'm not sure, but they just now getting ready to support external hard drives. Consoles from here on out need to support external hard drives because they don't ship with enough memory. But other than that, you have employees that because of this new program, they are. It's like they have to lie to the consumers to keep their job,
Yeah,
which remind us of Wells Fargo with that whole Wells Fargo scandal. How people, how the employees were lied to, what lie and take the customers' information just to open up new accounts just to keep their jobs because of the quota. And
Yep.
this is basically like the same concept. In order for them to keep their job, they gotta get sell a certain amount of used games. And
Or
this is crazy,
or,
man.
or or the cards, or
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, pre-owned consoles or something like that. I mean, and I and you know, I went in and I had to get a new Xbox One controller. I've had the same Xbox One controller for since 2013, and the joystick on it is pretty much busted. It'll float around to where my character, the camera will pan up, or my character will just start walking, or some shit on its own. I mean, that's just normal wear and tear over time for any joystick controller. Um, but I walked into GameStop to get a. I was like, I need to get a new. And I told him I need a new Xbox controller. Dude went to grab a pre-owned, and I said, no, I didn't say I wanted a used one. I said I want a new controller, brand new. Never, not a non-pre-owned controller, non-used controller. And see, and when I was reading up on what their you know about their quotas and shit, they have to push all this pre-owned stuff out so that the stores actually turn a profit. The stores don't turn a very large profit on new items, new consoles, new games, new accessories. They end up making a lot of the profit on their pre-owned
And this has been going on
because
for
they can,
years.
yeah. As we've been talking about, they'll cheat you out of 10, $20 on cash or store credit, and turn around and sell it for that extra 20, $20 or $30.
Also, also, this whole controversial has been going on since the past 2 days since Kotaku put them out on blast, and GameStop basically respond because it's you know how like with the iPhone there was a bend gate and whenever something happened there's a gate to it. Well, according to this incident, what's going on about this controversy, the name of it is called the Circle of Life, and GameStop actually responded back to not just Kotaku but to other stores as well. They basically put out a statement saying, "Don't represent the vast majority of our associates and how they treat our customers." That's basically what they said to Kotaku, and they sent out a memo to all GameStop stores, which basically says we want every customer to get the product and deal that is right for them, whether that be a new or pre-owned video game product, digital game or collectible. The circle of life generates great value for the customer. Consider these facts. GameStop issues approximately 1 billion of trade credits to our customers last year. 70% of the time, those trade dollars were immediately spent on new gaming products. And that's basically what they said. And it also said, I've heard from many of you concerning this and know that you work very hard to make sure our customers have a great experience. Thank you for that. While the behavior described in the news articles are disappointing, I know they don't represent the vast majorities of our associates and how they treat our customers. That's what basically what the full memo said. I guess that was towards Kotaku and as far as responding back to the associates as far as within the company. Apparently, somebody leaked this out, of course, because it's all over the internet. But the circle of life, in my
And
opinion,
see
is.
what?
Go ahead.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You
Go
good?
finish what you're gonna say.
in my opinion, this is basically just saying, yo, we jip the fuck out of people and we gonna keep it moving. But at the same time, we just make sure the customer happy after we jip them. That's what I got out of it. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. What you think?
No, I completely agree. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to deter blame from corporate to the individual, those sales associates that are pushing this circle of life program. Because again, as I said, GameStop makes the majority of the profit on the Circle of Life program with the used games, used accessories, gear, and stuff like that. So they're trying to say, oh, this isn't something that we is a corporate wide issue. This is an issue that only happens at may happen at select stores and only a few sales associates. When we know that's, you know, every company, every sales company, you're going to have some type of quota that a store needs to meet to get to keep, for one, to keep the damn store open, keep your employees happy by giving them bonuses. I mean, I'm not saying bonuses are going to be huge bonuses or anything like that, but a, a little extra chunk of change, it's going to make me happy at the end of the day. But it's going to be also, that's going to be at the expense of the customer or the consumer. Um, and I just think it's utter bullshit that GameStop corporate is, and this doesn't represent GameStop as a corporation or as a whole. This is only an anomaly with some of our stores and some sales associates, but some bad apple sales associates. And
That's obvious
really, that
bullshit too. That's obvious
yeah,
bullshit.
if people are really that dumb and want to fall for that shit, you deserve to get your shit. You deserve to get gypped. I hate to be crucial and harsh like that, but seriously, I mean, anybody that has any type of taken any type of economics classes, business classes, you know, throughout high school or your post secondary education, you're gonna know that there are things that businesses do behind closed doors. In every business, every industry, there's gonna be some shady shit. Whether it's at the not just at the corporate level, but the trickle down to the individual stores employees.
Yep. Well, I completely agree. And if anything, GameStop is already in a little bit of trouble because their shares tumbled down 9% during the holidays. So this right here is just the icing on the cake. Excuse me, it's the icing on the cake. Especially coming in the new year, like this is the icing on the cake. Like everybody's definitely not gonna fuck with y'all after that. Best in my opinion, Best Buy is gonna knock them out, man. I see it. They're gonna end up like
Well,
Circuit
yeah,
City.
yeah, like Circuit City. The big box stores are going to start getting the customers
Mm-hmm.
because the big box stores not necessarily. Well, I don't think they're franchised, but I'm pretty sure GameStops are franchised. I don't know. I haven't done my research on that, so you can't. Don't quote me on that. All. But yeah, I see GameStop going downhill because they've actually started losing revenue. What was it? Second, the second fiscal quarter of 2016, they started seeing a drop in revenue.
Mm-hmm. And
20
go
for
ahead.
almost a year. We're coming up to um, the end of the first quarter of 2017, and of the second quarter of 2016, they start losing revenue and profits and all that. You know, you're coming up on a year of stores are starting to gonna start going to close down, um, and it's just that trickle down effect is from this scandal, which confirms the shitty shit that we everybody knows that they've been doing for years. Um, is I think it's going to be a nail in the coffin for them, not the nail in the coffin. It's pretty much 90% nailed shut.
I agree.
With the scandals and the loss of revenue, um, only a matter of time, and the main loss of revenue is due to the digital downloads. We're not, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat that. Um, it's just more convenient for a digital download. You don't have to go to a a midnight release. I mean
You don't got to stand on no
that
lines. You don't got to do none of that. Like, it's the shit. It's already downloaded, and you'll basically have access to it the minute 12:01 hits.
yeah.
That's love, man. That's love,
I
man.
mean
Back to GameStop being a franchise, it actually isn't. However, you can purchase stocks.
okay. So yeah. So since it's not a franchise, then those orders are coming. That memo is coming directly from the corporate
From corporate,
office,
right? Straight from corporate.
and so it's hard. It's hard to blame that on bad sales associates. We all we all know that if the store's not doing well, corporate's going to say, "Hey, you guys need to do something to get your sales up." Here's what we would recommend you do. And somebody work, a sales associate or hell, even a manager is like, comes from corporate, we might as well do it. They're giving us advice on how to turn a failing store into a store that's actually turning a decent profit. And to get those bonuses or whatever they're just they behind those shit trying to distance themselves from it so it doesn't utterly ruin their business.
I agree. um, on that note, we're gonna conclude the podcast in about another minute or so. Is there anything else you wanna state on how you feel about the topic?
But yeah, hell, go dumpster diving behind the GameStop at like 3 a.m. See what you can find,
Some
and they're
turtle,
garbage.
some turtle beaches and all kinds of good shit.
Um,
Maybe
just
not.
some.
Maybe not that, but
No,
maybe.
you'll find games, a wide range of type of games, anywhere from 360 to Xbox One to PS4, PS3, hell, even some DS games,
Mm-hmm.
Wii games. Um, so yeah, I mean, they throw out a lot of a lot of inventory.
Yep, they sure do. And a lot of people, what some people do is dumpster dive and then go back up in there and sell that shit the next day, and they'll buy it from
Yep.
them. And they'll buy it from them. But I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Is there anything else you want to say, buddy?
Just as always, thank you guys for the support. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, subscribe. If you have any questions, it doesn't have to be about GameStop. If it's anything related to any of the other podcasts, leave a comment for us. Leave a comment for us. You know, I myself, I try, I go back over the comments every few days to see if there's any questions, and if there are, I'll do my best to answer them for you.
Definitely. He basically took the words right out my mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate the love and support y'all do give us. Um, this is Heartless over and out. Peace.